Welcome back to the kitchen. My name is Katie Cakes, and today we're gonna do a full body foam roll. It's meant to be quick and effective, so grab your foam roller and join me. We're gonna hit all the major areas with this foam roller today. So let's start with the back. It's the most relevant and easiest one to get into. Okay, take your foam roller, place it on the floor. You're just gonna sit your butt on the floor and then lay your back against that foam roller. I honestly love starting the workout this way, you guys, because it's like this moment where I'm like, okay, whatever else I was doing is done. Now I can get into this, and this is like the very start of it. Foam rolling is the start of the workout. This is the start of the foam rolling. It's my indication that we are in it. All right, you guys. So first things first, take the hands and support the head. And then from there, plant your heels, and you're gonna actually pick up your butt and just start to roll up and down that roller. When you do this, make sure that you don't go into your tailbone and stay off of the neck, okay? But you can roll up and down throughout the full back. This is how I like to intro and kind of start this, because it's like the surface level of things, and it kind of just gets you prepped and ready for the rest of the stuff we're gonna do, the more poignant work. From here, you guys, you can actually sit your butt down, and starting at the highest point, again, not at the neck, but just below that, you'll reach over the foam roller, kind of arching your back over it, getting that good stretch. Sometimes you'll feel your back crack a little bit. That's completely okay. Take that bend over the foam roller a few times, and then you're just gonna move the foam roller down about an inch and continue doing the same 3 arches over the foam roller. Good, let's go again. I usually like to do 3 or 4 sections of the back on this, because different days require different areas. So you just wanna make sure you hit them all. Good. Oh, that's getting a little bit tender for me, so I'm gonna ease it up on this one, slowly reaching over it. Good. Breathing while you foam roll is always a plus, always helpful. From here, you can lean into one side, support with that back elbow, and just start to roll up and down through the QL. This is the portion of like the mid side back where a lot of us tend to have tension. So this helps release some of that. You can also rock side to side on that, depending on how it feels. Make sure you do both sides. I hope you're doing this with me. Good. Make sure to rock side to side. And then I always like to do the same thing, or focus the same up on the shoulder blades. So from here, I'll actually come up to where the shoulder blades are at. I'll put my butt down, and I'll reach the arms out and around, creating some mobilization in the shoulder blades to help kind of like loosen out any areas that might be tight or have knots in them. And then I'll do the same thing where I kind of roll a little bit into that side and focus on that work there. Same thing, other side. Good. Now, if you're having some real tension or real knots in the QL over here, it's good to take the edge of the roller and then lean back into that specifically, so the edge of that roller digs up into the side of that QL, like almost if a person were to take their elbow in it in a massage, okay? It's kind of like that. So from there, you can kind of roll a little bit, or you can just rock side to side, letting it kind of really get into that knot. Good. And then if you need to do the other side, do the other side. You always want to make sure, though, that you don't let the foam roller sit on your spine. You never want to have the foam roller directly poignant on the vertebrae, okay? So these muscles around it protect the spine, and those are the muscles that we're trying to work into. From there, the next piece I like to go right into is the hip flexor. We can keep the roller the same way it is. You're gonna come off to one side, so the whole of the foam roller is out away. So I'm using the edge of the foam roller for this thigh. What I'm gonna do first is lay that thigh right down on that foam roller just below my hip bone. Elbows are down. I'm gonna bend the knee slightly, and I'm gonna see what kind of stretch this gives. Sometimes you can just sit here and move that leg down and up, because you're stretching through the top of that quad doing that. And then to get deeper into it, you're gonna keep the knee bent, and you can start to rock the hips side to side. And then you can start to drag yourself forward and roll down and up through the front of the quad. Whew. And if you come to an area where there's extra knots, just rock side to side on that as well. Give it some time, breathe into it, and make sure you do both sides. Now, the reason why I like to be on the edge of the roller is so that one, the other leg can come off to the side, giving yourself room to actually lay down and put the full weight of your body onto that roller. And then also, it makes itself available for the edge of this roller to work into that hip flexor specifically. So I like, again, to take that edge, and then I bend the knee and I really allow that edge to work into the hip flexor, like tendon ligament section. Ooh, that is tight. And just breathe and move the hip and you'll feel that stretch. From here, we work ourselves right into the IT band. This is the dreaded piece that I think most people know about because stretching doesn't really necessarily get into the IT band the way a foam roller will. So it's very important that you include this piece in your foam rolling routine. All right, I like to put this top foot over for support because you're gonna wanna use it to decide how much weight you're letting down into that foam roller. Again, don't go into your hip bone, but everything below it, and don't go to your kneecap, everything above it. From here, if going up and down is just too painful, I get it. Find a spot where it's kind of tender and just rock forward and back on that about 3 to 4 times, breathing the whole way. And then you can roll up to a different portion, kind of like we did on the back earlier where we worked in sections, and just rock back and forth on that. Pay attention to where it's the most tender because that's where it's the most needed, okay? Make sure you do both sides. Whew. Foam rolling is a workout in and of itself, you guys, but it is so important. This is how we keep our body from really tightening up, how we keep those knots from turning into injuries, right? So this is your preventative work to make sure the body can stay mobile and to prevent injury. Because a stuck body is gonna compensate when you're lifting weights, and that's how you tweak something, that's how you pull something, okay? All right, then we're gonna move to our calves. Super easy, super simple. I would never say do both at the same time. Doesn't make much sense. So take one leg, prop it over, give the other leg some more pressure, and you can go ahead and keep your butt down, and with the pressure of the other leg, rock back and forth, find a knot, and just knead into it. And you can tell, you guys, I'm straining because I have a real knot right there. Whew. Another thing to keep in mind is when you do find a knot, if you can, especially on something like your calves, go ahead and give it pressure and breathe into that for about 20 to 30 seconds without changing the pressure. Just let it sit, because about 23 seconds in or so, the muscle fibers in that little knot of a muscle start to release. And that then over time will start to change that muscle from a knot to more of a pliable muscle. Good, and then again, you can do both sides. If your calves are not as tender as mine, you can definitely pick up your butt and roll forward and back on the calf. You can also keep one leg away and just give it the pressure of the single leg on there. Good. But okay, you guys, that's it. That's honestly the few bigger pieces that you want to focus on when you're just getting into a workout and wanting to foam roll preemptively before the workout. Focus on those main areas. If you have any other issues or more specific work you need to get into, you can always work further with the foam roll or graduate into using a lacrosse ball. Thank you for foam rolling with me today, and we'll see you in the kitchen soon.